What's up guys, welcome back for another DevPro Duel video. Finally again some Frogmonarch duels because of the new Monarch support in the Secrets of Evolution. One of the new sets is coming up really soon. First, three cards you might have seen already. First of all, we see here is of course Mega Caius. Caius the Mega Monarch, one of the best Mega Monarchs currently released next to Mega Mobius of course. I started with main decking 3, but that's obviously that's too much because this kind of deck has difficulties to support two tribute monsters, so tribute monsters like Mega Monarchs and Light and Darkness Dragon. So you can't play too much or too many in the main deck. And I quickly dropped it to 1 because obviously Mega Caius is much better against dark decks like of course Shaddolls, Burning Abyss, because you can obviously tribute their dark monsters with the Monarch Stormfort and get Caius' extra effect off by banishing an extra monster on the field. On the other side, Mega Caius isn't really that good against a deck like Satellanites or Glyforts. Against those decks, Mega Caius isn't really that good and should be side-decked out. The second card you might have heard, or at least we are getting, is Grudge of the Monarch. Grudge of the Monarchs is a spell card you can activate by revealing a Monarch, or at least tribute monster with 2004 or 2008 attack and 1000 defense to search out a Monarch spell or trap from your deck. So basically you can search out the Monarch Stormfort. I started off with playing 2 in the main deck, but that's a bit too much since you only have 3 targets, so I think one is fine. Then the last card is pretty much a generic rank 2 exceed. I believe the card is called Divine Knight Centauria, I believe its name is. It's a generic rank 2 exceed with 2 level 4s, 2 level 2 monsters, so Ronin and Swap. And it has 2k attack, so it's a very decent card. It cannot be destroyed by battle if it has Exceed materials. And if you battle an opponent's monster, you can detach an Exceed material to bounce it back to the hand. So it's actually a very good Exceed, although we we are getting this card like 5 formats too late. If we had it against, or at least in the against Bujins or Fire Fist, for example, that would have been much better. I think that's it. Let's see some duels. Okay, so the first 2 test duels are against Shaddolls. So normally Mega Caius should be very good against this deck. I think at this moment I was still playing 2 in the main deck. So there is 1. I have a very good opening hand with the swap for the Treeborn, the Foolish to mill a second Treeborn, activate the Grudge to reveal the Caius to search out the second Stormfort, and the Gorse, which is all good to have some protection, although he also has a nice start with double Mathematician to send everything to the grave to set up the Winda play, the Fusion play, and the Falco on the field. And he also has the BLS in his hand. They always have BLS, it's unbelievable. I'm going to drop Gorse on the first attack because of the Winda, of course. I can't special summon the token. There is already 1 special summon to activate Grudge to have, or at least have 1 Stormfort. And here I would have been in a very good position if he didn't have the breakthrough skill. I tribute his Falco thanks to Stormfort and try to banish his Mathematician and the Winda, but he has the breakthrough skill. And the breakthrough skill pretty much seals up the deal, preventing the Mega Caius banishing both his monsters. And as you see, he can spam his field full again with the construct. He also has the BLS. He sends the core to the grave with Nephilim, or the construct that is called now. And I do have double Stormfort in hand, thanks to both, or at least thanks to Grudge. But if I can't follow up with a tribute summon with a Monarch, those are dead cards essentially. And no Monarch, so that's game over. But then again, he did have a very good opening hand. I get to start with 5 cards. Most of the time, if I'm able to, or at least if I win the die roll, I let my opponent start, especially in the Shaddolls matchup. If they open 5 cards, that's already a disadvantage, because I need that 6th card. It's an extra card to draw into a Treeborn, for example. And here is a situation that happens a lot. They flip over the emptiness during the standby phase. I let the chain go through and start a new chain with the Typhoon on the new back row. So the emptiness gets destroyed. yeah, I'm only playing double MST in the main deck. I think that's enough for the main deck. Most of the time you'll be side decking a third MST. First go for Ryza, he has a breakthrough, but then I can follow up with the Light and Darkness Ring to pretty much seal the deal, I think. He needs to waste cards. He draws into a Sinister Shadow Kings, which is all fine. So I'm going to attack draw into Mega Caius, which is also very good, since I already have the Treeborn set up. Yeah, attack into the expected trap card to at least, yeah, Light and Darkness Ring is going to negate it and attack with the Ryza over his dragon, but there isn't really a card that can save him. I draw into Caius indeed, and I make a kind of a reckless play, targeting his back row. The card definitely could have been a Sanctum, for example, or Bottomless. I think, yeah, Bottomless is not, it's not active. It's not been, it's not activated yet. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. He's going to foolish his Squamata for the Falco to have some defense. But I do have the Mega Caius in hand, so I'm going to tribute the Caius on the field to get the Banish effect for 2 cards and to deal some burn damage in the process. Banish is Falcos, I believe, but I can nicely attack for a game, so GG. Then, third game, he gets to start with an excellent opening hand with the Mathematician. Although no back row, he sets up his Falco. Then, looking at my hand, no Treeborn. That's also one of the reasons why I activated Maxi. Yeah, we weren't playing with the side deck. Maxi isn't that great against Shaddolls, unless they are playing the Beagle deck, an Artifact Engine. Then Maxi is kinda decent. Yeah, he can deal some nice damage. I think I'm forced to drop the Fader, yeah, because I don't have Freeborn, and I'm forced to drop the Light and Darkness Ring early. So I'm going to activate the Duality, and I think get the swap. But I think, yeah, I can make a minor comeback, MST his back row, and then thanks to what's it called, enemy control and Stormfort, I can tribute both his monsters, and I decide to attack over the Mathematician to bypass his draw, or at least to not give my opponent the draw from its effect. But yeah, I know if he does have the, what is it called, the fusion in hand, for the Shaddolls, he can use his Falco on the field. But yeah, that was the decision I had to make. Anyway, there's a fusion for the construct, and he's going to send the what is it called? The Searcher, the Hedgehog. Yeah. All the names. So normal summon swap. Set up the Treeborn because obviously because of the Jack Frost, I can hold up an attack and have the appropriate targets next turn for the Mega Caius. He goes for the Leo, which is of course a very good choice against Frogmonarchs, because pretty much everything targets. Stormfort and Jack Frost are my only targets against Leo. Yeah, he tries to attack for a game, but I think I'm forced to drop the Jack Frost on the Leo attack. Yeah, indeed. Jack Frost doesn't target, so the Leo is put face down. But yet, yeah, it's a very good hand. He can, or at least he was able to draw into a Bottomless. And yeah, here it doesn't really matter. I can't exceed for Jack Frost, or at least, yeah, use my Jack Frost for the double hand combination, because I'm forced to use the double materials or double tributes for Mega Caius. But yes, Bottomless, so that seals the deal. GG. Yeah, that's kinda the downside. Mega Caius, of course, shines if you have the Stormfort. You have the Treeborn, tribute your Treeborn, and thanks to a Stormfort, you can tribute your opponent's Dark Monster and then banish 2 cards. That's like the ideal situation. But if you have to tribute the Battle Fader and the Treeborn, or a Jack Frost and the Treeborn, that's decent if they don't have any outs, of course, for it. And yeah, Shaddolls do play breakthrough skill, of course. So attack over his dragon, foolish for the Treeborn, and I'm pretty much set up. I have a very good hand, thanks to the Stormfort and of course the Mega Caius, and this is a perfect opportunity to get that Light and Darkness Dragon on board to bypass the, what's it called, the Winda. Yeah, he's going to make some extra minuses to get another Winda on board, but that doesn't really matter. I'm going to negate the Shaddol that's put on Chailing 2. And he can get a search. Oh, I think no, it was a beast for the draw for the dragon. So get some nice damage, but I think I have the game in the bag already. I have the Mega Caius in hand. Yeah, the Mega Caius in hand, the enemy controller. So here it doesn't really matter what I do. Set up the swap. I can go for the Exceed, go for Herald to get back the Light and Darkness Dragon. but I can go for game. This is a glitch. Normally his monster should have been banished, but I can bypass that with Daigusto Phoenix and Econ, so I can eventually attack for game. So I think, yeah, very decent duels. Mega Caius is obviously very good against Shaddolls because of its effect. But as I said earlier, it's kind of a deck like this. It's hard to support those two tributes, those two tribute monsters like Light and Darkness Dragon, Mega Caius, Mega Mobius. Mega Mobius is still good, obviously, because of all the back row hate, the floodgate format we are currently in, emptiness, skill drain, and so on. You need Mega Mobius. Also, the regular Mobius is also very good, as you will see in part 2. But I think for this Mega Caius, at least one Mega Caius in the main deck is more than enough, because it's not good against Glyph and Satellonites. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's it for part 1. So this is part 1. Definitely check in for part 2 for my review of Mega Caius. Guys, that's it. Thanks for watching, and feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Victim signing out. Peace.